All right, everyone, buckle up, because today we're taking a deep dive into something that, honestly, sounds a little too good to be true.
Definitely eye-catching, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're talking about making like 500 bucks a day.
Just by publishing books online,
Yeah,
apparently.
publishing books online. I mean, come on now, right? That's got to be one of those get-rich-quick schemes, doesn't it?
Had to be.
But hold on, because we actually dug into some podcast excerpts, people talking about publishing on Amazon, Google, all those big platforms.
Right, let's hear it.
And it turns out, well, there's definitely more to it than meets the eye.
Definitely.
Yeah, so one of the big things they kept hitting on was how accessible digital publishing is now. Like anyone can just, I don't know, upload a book and become the next big author.
It is pretty incredible when you think about it. Like, the barrier to entry has just gotten, well, practically non-existent.
Right. I mean, obviously you need an internet connection, but still.
Sure. But that also means the competition is through the roof.
True, true. Oh, and speaking of competition, this one podcast we listened to was really pushing the whole goldmine angle. They even mentioned a 70% royalty rate, which, wowza.
70%, that's pretty enticing, but
But is that the whole story?
not exactly. You see, while some platforms do offer royalty rates that high, you've got to remember that's your gross earnings, not net.
Right.
Once you factor in platform fees, marketing, and, oh yeah, everyone's favorite taxes, that 70% can dwindle pretty quickly.
Right. You're not just pocketing the entire sale price.
Exactly. There's a business side to it that a lot of these, let's call them gurus, conveniently forget to mention.
Okay, so it's not just about throwing anything up there and watching the cash flow in.
Definitely not. Quality still matters.
Which, speaking of quality, the podcast made the whole process sound so easy. Find a niche, make the content, upload it, bam, bestseller. Is it really that straightforward?
I mean, there's a reason why everyone isn't quitting their day jobs to write books, you know?
Yeah, good point.
While it is relatively easy to get your work out there, that low barrier to entry we talked about, easy to publish, doesn't mean it's good or that it's going to find an audience.
Right, just because it's on Amazon doesn't mean people are going to buy it.
Exactly. Take niche selection, for instance. It's not enough to just chase the latest trends. You really have to understand the audience in that niche, see who else is already out there, and figure out if you can actually offer something unique and valuable.
That makes sense. They also kept talking about this whole scaling up thing, like publish a ton of books across different niches to create all these streams of income.
Yeah, the multiple income streams dream.
Is that even achievable for the average person, or do you have to be some kind of like superhuman who never sleeps?
It's definitely possible, but it's not exactly a walk in the park.
Right.
Imagine having to write, edit, market, and manage like dozens of books all at the same time.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, even with a team of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes serious dedication, meticulous planning, and the ability to manage your time down to the minute.
And probably a good internet connection, right?
You got it.
So, on the topic of making things easier, this podcast was all about AI and automation as the secret sauce. They kept calling it a game changer and even saying you could do the heavy lifting for you. Is that all hype, or is AI really that powerful?
Okay, so AI tools can definitely be really useful for certain things. Like, imagine using AI to help design your book cover or do some keyword research, that kind of stuff.
Right, like those AI art generators everyone's using now.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, AI can't replace everything.
What, even with how quickly it's evolving?
Yeah, at least for now, you still need to bring your own skills to the table. Things like good writing, knowing how to think strategically, and this is crucial, really understanding who your audience is.
So AI can be a tool, a really powerful tool, but not a magic solution.
Precisely. If you want to create something truly worthwhile, you're still going to have to put in the work.
No shortcuts, huh?
Nope, not in the real world.
Well, that's definitely a good takeaway from all of this. Digital publishing, like anything else worth pursuing, takes real effort, a good plan, and a whole lot of realism.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This deep dive was actually super eye-opening. Like, it gave me a much clearer understanding of what it actually takes to make it in the digital publishing world.
That's what we like to hear.
And it's funny because even though that whole making $500 a day thing might not be as simple as they make it sound, there's still something really exciting about the idea that anyone can potentially share their knowledge and connect with readers all over the world.
Right. That's the real power of digital publishing, when you think about it.
Absolutely. Instead of just chasing dollar signs, what if we focused on creating something valuable and sharing it, even on a smaller scale? Like, what knowledge, skills, or stories do you have inside of you that could come alive through the power of digital publishing? Something to think about.
Now that's a question worth exploring.
And on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Until next time.